Hello and welcome to Dukascopy TV. I'm Stephen Hatzakis, editor with Forex Magnates, and here today in Geneva, where we've invited several foreign exchange industry professionals from around the world for you to hear. And we'll be interviewing our guests one-on-one to help bring you the latest insights from their perspectives on the world of online currency trading as seen from their eyes. With us here now is Mr. Mohammad Al-Ansari, Executive Director with Falcon Brokers. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
What I'd like to ask is if you could tell us about your professional background and what led you into the foreign exchange industry and to your role as Executive Director at Falcon Brokers.
Okay. 10 years ago, I was introduced to the FX business by an associate who ran an exchange house. Back then, I realized that business is challenging and promising, and that its market is ever growing, and hence an opportunity there for anyone who has this ambition, vision, the capital and the right technological tools. I decided to dedicate more time towards understanding this industry and ensure that my business model doesn't replicate other firms' lack of proper risk management, for example. Upholding as a result, I decided to establish an investment firm in a regulated environment, upholding the highest standard of acting fairly and professionally. Falcon Brokers Ltd. Was born in 2010.
Excellent. That's the Cyprus regulated entity, correct?
Yes, correct.
Excellent. And what can you tell us of any new developments that your firm is working on? I realize it's a newly established company, relatively speaking, since 2010. Are there any new products that your company is working on? Or if not, what do you think the future will bring?
At present, no major development in the provision of services by Falcon Brokers Ltd. Envisaged. Okay. However, our research department is reviewing the visibility as well as the conditions for offering stock trading and the bullion as physical. Establishing a payment institution is also on the agenda. I believe more transparency and consequently stricter regulations are forthcoming. In any case, MiFID II will be implemented very soon, and the non-compliant firms will have limited way outs. This business shall be costlier to run in view of the competitive regulatory requirements, whether on capital or on technology. EMIR, FATCA, daily monitor of capital funds, liquidity.
Right. So with the new regulations coming, MiFID II, your firm feels that this is going to have an impact on the market. On some brokers aren't going to be able to meet the new environment, and the stock trading and the bullion trading sounds exciting, and sounds like a fair prediction of of the future, or expectation at least. Thank you for sharing that. What do you feel is the largest challenge that the whole market faces, given the new technologies that are being developed rapidly, as well as the new regulations that are coming out so quickly?
Market participants will have to cope with the regulations changes that are taking place at the increasing pace, while at the same time ensuring that software enhancement to make services to the end retail traders. more efficient and faster, ensuring integration, comprehensive trading solutions, and security enhancement is also a priority at Falcon Brokers. For sure, meeting the regulatory requirements within prescribed deadlines is as relevant as improving the quality of services to clients, but it faces with time constraints. Satisfying the regulator
right.
comes first.
It seems like these are two critical points. The regulation as well as the technology development, and how they kind of go hand in hand. But thank you for sharing that feedback. How do you think this could change in terms of certain trends that you might have seen either from other brokers, from the market in general, or from your own clients in terms of data or behavior of their trading, or whatever information it is that you're analyzing? Are there any trends that you're sure about, or that you expect may happen in addition to what you've already explained about the future of regulation in Europe, for example, with MiFID II, and with new technologies coming that you're working on, like whether it's the stock offering or the bullion offering, in addition to the safety of customer funds that you briefly mentioned earlier?
I believe the near future will be a continuation of the recent environment characterized by an increasing volatility resulting from financial and political adversities.
Right.
Regulators will react by imposing stricter regulations. Competition will be a survival game. With the innovation in algorithms-based automated trading, market moves shall be actuated.
Okay.
Thus adding more volatility to the market. Investment firms are more likely to favor ECN over the making in order to elevate the exposure and consequently the need of additional capital.
Okay, interesting. So this kind of ties into the next point of what do you think is the most unique or the best competitive advantage that Falcon Brokers aims to bring, considering there's so much competition in the market, and as you mentioned, some firms are looking to capitalize on the ECN model versus the dealing desk model versus an agency broker. What do you think is most unique about Falcon Brokers that could help it survive best?
Our company means what it advertises. Transparency is second to none and will not be on the table. Throughout the last 3 years, we experienced a high level of active client retention coupled with an increasing volume of the business.
Mohammad Al-Ansari, Executive Director, Falcon Brokers Limited, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. I'm Stephen Hatzakis, editor with Forex Magnates and here on Dukascopy TV. I'd like to thank you for watching, and please be sure to tune in to us again for more insight into the world of finance. Thank you.